Hi everybody, it's Red Hill Eagle here. Welcome back to the channel. This is episode 2 of A Broken Heart. It's the first episode of Monday Night Nitro since we've taken over. And yeah, we open up with a segment from Ric Flair, and he has announced his retirement. He will be retiring from in-ring competition very soon. He hasn't sort of set a date. He thinks it'll be around sort of 3-4 months, but he thinks it's time to move on. It's time to go. Let some younger people come in. Arn Anderson comes out with Bobby Eaton because Bobby Eaton's his tag team partner, so of course they have to come out together. And he says, "Rick, what are you doing? You know, there's no way you should be retiring. You're still, the star that you are. You're still great in the ring. You can still perform. Why are you even considering this? You've still got so much you can offer, so much to teach other people. Stay in the ring. Let people see what you can do. You'll be so much more beneficial to the company if you're still fighting." Lots of green here, very pleased with that. Got a poor gimmick though for Bobby Eaton. The reason we had to do that is because they were a tag team, but one of them was heel and one of them was face. So what I've had to do, yeah, and I don't know why it's not giving me the option to turn him actually. Yeah, so okay, whatever. Marketable gimmick. Well, that's good. So yeah, they're both going to be faces. But it's not letting me turn him. I probably need to set him to turn. In matches, you don't have to do that, do you? Okay, well, whatever. 65, not a bad start. Could have been better. Then Chris Jericho comes out. And he doesn't come to the ring, but he's at the ramp, got a microphone. And he says, "It's about time you've decided to hang up your boots. It's about time you've given people like me a chance to shine. It's always been Ric Flair this, Ric Flair that. Move aside, old man." And this angers Ric Flair, and it's like he's got some of that fire back in his belly. And he says, "I'm not going out yet, and I do want to go out with a bang. And if that bang is against you, then so be it. How dare you come out here and say that to the dirtiest player in the game? I've had more world titles than you've had hot dinners." So yeah, obviously setting up a story here between the two. Chris Jericho enjoyed the freedom of going off script. Rating of 68. We start off our match action with Chavo Guerrero against Raven. And it's a victory for Raven in 10 minutes 26 by pinfall. He had to use a foreign object, so he cheated. That's a rating of 53. Chavo is obviously very upset that he got cheated in this loss. They've got good chemistry, so I'm pleased with that. I didn't know that. Put these two together in a feud. I'll show you in a minute what I've done sort of with storylines. But yeah, I'm quite happy that we've got that without knowing it. 53 rating for this match. We've then got a taped angle. It's just a taped video, like a music video of Goldberg's streak. This is something that I want to keep going. This is something that I thought I had a storyline with, although with him being the only person involved, it hasn't advanced it automatically. But 74 for this one. The Faces of Fear take on Disco Inferno and Norman Smiley. And it's had subpar wrestling and a little heat, so yeah, nothing great here. 57 rating overall. The Faces of Fear got the win in 9 minutes 46 when Meng pinned Disco Inferno with a double big boot. So Inferno was the weak link. He struggled. So let's have a look here. Yeah, 35. That's pretty poor. Everyone else in the 50s. I mean, they're not great scores so far. Bearing in mind we're a big company here, we need to be getting some much bigger scores. Lots of green though. Always love to see that. We then got an angle. It's an NWO promo on Sting because Hogan is currently feuding with Sting. Well, the whole of the NWO are really. And Hogan wants a rematch. He obviously lost the belt off game for us. It would have been in December. Lost the belt to Sting, and Hogan wants a rematch straight away. Savage though, Randy Savage just says, "Oh, I'm not happy about this. Why is it always got to be about you? Why can't?" He doesn't quite word it like that, but he's trying in a careful sort of way to say, "Look, let some of the other members of the group have an opportunity. You got beaten. Let's share the wealth, share the gold." And Hogan's kind of like looking at Savage a bit, not pleased with you here. Who the hell do you think you are? This angers Hogan. Rating of 77 overall. We then got Lex Luger taking on Michael Wall Street. Much better score than I thought it was going to be. Decent match. Luger getting the win in 16 minutes 10 by pinfall with a running forearm smash. During the match, we also had Buff Bagwell distract Luger. So Lex Luger made his entrance for this match, showing off his muscles, showing his pose, got in the ring, posing and all that sort of thing. And then during the match, Buff Bagwell comes down and he kind of mimics Lex Luger and taking the mickey a little bit, I guess, showing off his muscles as well. And it looks like there may be a slight battle of the bodies, as I've called this storyline. Bit of a throwback to the, was it Rick Rude and the Ultimate Warrior? I can't remember. It was Rick Rude and someone back in WWF, late 80s or early 90s. Yeah, it's just kind of like we're playing with that kind of thing here, just to sort of get Luger in a storyline. And also, we've also got, I forget his name already. We've also got Buff Bagwell in there as well. I do have a third man in this storyline. Maybe doesn't have quite the same physique as these two, but just thought we'd play with it. Rating of 73 for this match, though. We then got Jimmy Hart backstage, and he cuts a promo on the Steiner brothers. And despite the Steiners being the tag team champions, he's just saying that you guys are irrelevant now. You're getting on. It's about time you gave up. Just forget your tag team action. You're just irrelevant. No one likes you. No one thinks you're any good. I mean, you got lucky to win the belts anyway. 4 or 5 years ago, yeah, sure. Amazing tag team, but now you're just a little bit irrelevant. And he thinks that they should be vacating the belts. Well, I don't think they were doing that, but that's obviously Jimmy's idea there. Rating of 55. This is just to set up a storyline with the Steiners in it. I'm looking at splitting the Steiners eventually, just to give Scott that singles run, that singles push. I know I want a few more tag teams, but I also think that we should be looking at people like Scott Steiner as really pushing him as a singles guy and getting that world title picture mixed up a little bit, because at the moment it's just the NWO and Sting, to be honest. So yeah, it'd just be nice to get a few more up there. Eddie Guerrero's in the ring and he's cutting a promo. It's just a self promo. There's nothing too much to say about the promo in particular. Rating 45, which is a bit of a disappointment, but it just seems to go on a little bit long and it just seems to drag a little bit. I mean, the fans aren't particularly showing it, but it just, Guerrero starts repeating himself. And Ray Traylor comes out and he says, "Look, hurry up, man. I've got a match. You're going to cut into my time. I've got a match coming up here." Aguero is obviously very unhappy about this, very displeased, and he just goes out there and he beats Ray Traylor up. Rating of 45. Ray Traylor already been beaten up. Doesn't last long in this match at all. Conan gets a very easy win in 2 minutes 32 by pinfall. Traylor's already out of it. Rating of 49. Yeah, Conan getting a victory, which we want to push him a little bit. Gave him the dominant here just to try and get a bit more pop off him. It made sense as well that, Traylor's already just been beaten up pre-match. So, yeah, short match there. JJ Dillon interviews Sting. And Sting saying that, people are starting to get a little bit sick of Hogan. You even saw it earlier. His own pal, Randy Savage, questioning him. People are getting sick of Hogan. It's about time he let one of his other stooges get a chance at this belt. I mean, I'll take Hogan on. I don't care. I'm the world champion. I'm the greatest world champion this company's seen. I'll take Hogan on. But I think people are just getting a little bit sick of him, aren't they? So, yeah, obviously this is advancing at a storyline. Although I've probably messed up again. Why doesn't it? I don't know what I've done. But rating of 82. So, yeah, pleased with that. Should increase the overall score a little bit. Los Locos take on the Outsiders. This was just to get another tag team match on the card. Get some other members of the NWO on there. So, yeah, what better tag team, really? These are kind of like the tag team at the moment. The others aren't as popular. So, yeah, I do want to sort of introduce a few more tag teams. But at the moment, this is what we've got. In a rating of 60, it does say a decent match, though. The Outsiders get the win in 9 minutes 41 when Kevin Nash pinned Rey Mysterio Jr. with a jackknife powerbomb. And it's, how do you pronounce this one? Juventud Guerrera was the weak link. That's unfortunate. What did he get then? 44 is not... Okay, yeah, I mean, it's quite a distance from the other guys, but not completely awful. I suppose, well, I don't know, it's pretty bad. But Rey Mysterio getting 63, Scott Hall 69, and Kevin Nash a 65. Yeah, Nash and Hall getting the chemistry teaming together, which is great. So yeah, just to get them on the card, rating of 60. Gene Okerlund then interviews Ric Flair, and just says he wants to show people like Chris Jericho, You know, I can still show people like Jericho a thing or two. I've still got it. I've announced my retirement, but you know, I want to go out with a bang. And you know, Chris Jericho, well, obviously my sights are set on him now. You know, if I go out by him being my last victory, then that so be it. But tonight, Ric Flair does have a match. This got a rating of 71, which is fantastic. Not sure what the match is going to get. He is facing off against an old friend. I thought it's a pretty good opponent for him. It's our first main event under our leadership of the company. Let's see what we get. Takes on Kurt Hennig, 75. Yeah, pleased with that. Very pleased with that. Kurt Hennig got the win though. He beat Ric Flair in 16 minutes 43 by a pinfall with the Hennig Plex, which is obviously the perfect Plex. Yeah, I did have Chris Jericho at ringside. I obviously didn't put him down to distract. Do you know what? I'm starting to question myself here. I did. Why does it not show? It doesn't always show. It always used to. Always used to. Okay, whatever. Chris Jericho did come in and interfere. That obviously didn't help Flair. Kurt Hennig got the victory. But yeah, 75. Brilliant overall score there for that main event. Let's see what we get overall. 66. That's disappointing. We've got a long way to go. I think I mentioned it in the first episode. We've got an aging roster. We've got a group of heels that's just too big. And I do want to be doing something about that. People like Goldberg we need to get over. People like Scott Steiner I want to get over. People like Booker T I want to get over. Mix things up a bit. Make some more stars. And hopefully things like this will be improving. That's not going to happen overnight though. That's not going to happen overnight. We've also got an issue with our production here. Didn't realise that. I'll be changing that. So a quick look behind the scenes. I'm not going to go through this every week, emails and stuff. I mean, I'll probably go through all this on my own. You know, things like offers and stuff, and just make sure we get people. Disco Inferno doesn't connect with the fans. That was the only one I wanted to. Yeah, Gala TV are unhappy. Yeah, we do need to improve our scores pretty soon. Yeah, I'm not going to go through this every episode. It's just things like, particularly now. What we've got here, pay rise request from Ultimo Dragon. Again, I'll sort that out later. Yeah, I just wanted to show you the storylines that I have started. We've got quite a lot because we need a lot. Right, we've got Battle of the Bodies, which I've put in Buff Bagwell, Davey Boy Smith and Lex Luger, which we went through at least one sort of segment in the show. Get Back in Your Box. This is Conan and Roddy Piper, which I haven't started yet. Goldberg Streak. Paul Orndorff was already in this storyline. I don't know whether that was. I don't know what role he played in Goldberg's streak, or whether he was just at the time Goldberg's next opponent or whatever. I don't know, but we've left him there. I'll probably change that. Ric Flair's retirement. We went through the narrowing world order. Yeah, I'm going to be cutting the New World Order, so people will be leaving. Steiner's on the brink. We went through. Yeah, I want to eventually split the Steiners, and they can have singles runs. This is my time. So Eddie Guerrero, it's his time in the ring, and Trailer thought this is my time. You're cutting into my time. There's that one. I've got a US title storyline which I haven't started yet either. This is Kurt Hennig against Diamond Dallas Page. DDP is the champion. He beats Hennig for the title. Hennig wants it back. That's very basic storyline. And then Chavo and Raven, which we kicked off in the episode of Nitro as well. But Raven getting the win by cheating, so Chavo is obviously going to be annoyed at that, and we'll probably see something in the next episode that will touch on that a little bit. I'm going to leave it there because my throat's actually getting really dry and I'm struggling, and I really badly need to cough. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Yeah, a couple of little mess ups there, I think. But yeah, I mean, we've kicked it off. We've started. This is just a fun little series. I'm not delving too deeply into storylines. But yeah, I hope you join me for it. A little bit different. Catch you all again soon. Goodbye.